Thank you, Mr. President. Members, Senate Bill 240 makes all Texans, trans or not, less safe. This bill will enforce and embolden invasions of privacy that will place women and girls at risk of physical exploitation, and it will put our trans neighbors in even more danger than they already are. I'm heartbroken and angered that instead of building the Texas miracle, this chamber, again, zero-sum game, every second counts, is focusing on extreme bans on Texas's bodies and thoughts. Bills like this are an affront to Texas's values of freedom and friendship. And I want to echo my colleagues. We all want to be safe. Safety is the most important value. I'm a nurse. We all want the freedom of self-expression. And we all want to be accepted in society. There was good discussion about kind of when this all started. And some people were talking about 2016. The reality is there have been people who are third gender, intersex, not fit quite into our binary for thousands of years. Recorded in the Eastern Hemisphere a long time ago. And actually, a pretty quick little jaunt on the internet will tell you that when my ancestors arrived on this continent, there was plenty of indigenous people who experienced humanity that didn't quite fit into the gender binary that we have in front of us today. And some of them were killed for it. So we are actually in an Earth's old battle to make sure that folks have the opportunity to carve out the life and the path that they want to live and to be themselves. And I'm proud to be on the right side of it. This bill also contains just a paragraph that concerns constitutionality, right to due process, or the opportunity to seek recourse. And people ask me all the time, what's been the most surprising thing to you about the Texas Senate? And there's a lot of different answers. But quite frankly, what has shocked me the most is how many bills contain a provision that basically says, we don't care that there's a branch of government that has some oversight and some balance of powers over us. I really don't understand how you write into a bill that the courts can't rule on it, or that the Constitution can't be applied, or that folks aren't allowed to seek recourse to determine if the bill is indeed constitutional. And I find it really concerning and really problematic. And this is about the most basic function of life, not like a human right. I mean basic function of life. Every single-celled organism on this planet has to create waste. This is inhaling and exhaling. And you're telling people that they can't do it, or that they can't do it safely in public. Existing outside of the expected hierarchy affirms that every one of us is capable of self-determination, and that is something that is so important to Texans. And I just want to affirm that again. The trans community has a lot to share with us and a lot to teach us about what it means to be yourself in the face of extreme adversity. I love my trans brothers, sisters, and siblings. And I believe that they are each beautiful, miraculous creations of God. And I think the Bible tells us that. To suggest otherwise, to target and attack them, is an affront to God's limitless vision for his creation. Lastly, I just want to share with y'all, because again, we talked a lot about how Odessa has an ordinance that it doesn't actually have. The mayor of Odessa said that their council will likely not revisit the issue because they've got more important things to focus on, like the city's infrastructure. And I gotta say, I feel the same way he does. I urge this body to vote no on SB240. To my LGBTQ plus community, I'm with you, and I hope we can get back to the things that really matter to Texans, like lowering the cost of living, providing them healthcare and public education, and getting them home safely every single day. So, thank you, Mr. President.